And then we will also unlock Ripperoo sticker, which you can put on your cart if you like Ripperoo a lot.
Well, how could you
How
not?
could you not?
How could
Look
you
at
not?
that face.
A face, you know, a mother could love, but also I love it too, so. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of PlayStation Underground. You got Tim and Kristen here.
Hey.
And we're joined by Thomas Wilson, who is the creative director for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fuelled and the co-studio head at Beenox. How you doing, Thomas?
Awesome. Super excited to be here.
We are so pumped to have you because we're going to be taking a closer look at adventure mode in CTR. Please, take it away.
So, adventure mode. What people need to know is that we have two adventure modes. So we have the classic version, which is just like the way people like to play it back in the days. So no customization option, same carts, same character for the entire mode, but we have Nitro-Fuelled, in which you can actually change characters the way you like. All the characters you've unlocked, all the customization items you've unlocked, you can switch at any time you want. And then we also have difficulty settings available now for those who thought the original one was a little too hard.
Oh boy. So that way you can really play however you want to. If you want to go back and do it the old way, go for it. But if you want to do this Nitro-Fuelled.
Exactly. So we thought it was important to have it both ways. Here we're the character selection menu. As you can see, we have the 8 original characters, and this is what you're going to be starting with. We also have the bosses, which are locked behind the adventure mode. So you need to beat them to unlock them.
Got to earn those bad boys.
Of course. And then we also have the CNK characters available, which will be available in a pit stop. Here we have additional skins you can wear with your character the way you like them. Same thing for carts. We have some carts locked behind the adventure mode as well. And then you also have additional carts you can unlock through the pit stop. Decals you can add to your vehicles as well.
Man, so you can really customize this.
Oh, yeah. So you have bodies, wheels, paint jobs, stickers, and decals you can add to specific bodies.
You can really trick it out, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the whole idea. You know, we really thought that it's the same great game that everybody remembered, but we needed to have this opportunity to customize your right in your character, just to bring out the wackiness of the whole Crash Bandicoot franchise.
That's great. And speaking of wackiness, I think we're going to get a first look here at the intro to adventure mode. So excited to check that out. We'll probably keep it quiet just so everyone watching can enjoy them. We'll be back with you.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete.
So, you pesky earth slugs like to race, eh? Well, I, nitrous oxide, am the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills.
It's a little game I call Survival of the Fastest. Here's the way we play.
I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins,
I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I will turn your entire globe into a
concrete parking lot and make you my minions. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
All right, so adorable. Very charming. Well done with the intro there. And then we're going to jump into adventure mode, which is, the original came out in 1999.
Yes.
Single player, kart racing adventure modes and campaigns. That was a new thing.
Yeah, that's what made it unique. That's what made me fall in love in the first place with the game. This idea of having a campaign mode in a racing game was very fun.
So we're going to be, as far as the progression through adventure mode, what we're getting some of like the overall objectives here, but
yes,
it's about getting, trophies and winning races, and there's some side objectives too. Is that right?
Yes. So it basically have 5 hubs that you need to explore. So we're looking at Insanity Beach right here, and you can drive around and find these pods that offer challenges. So races, you can race and win trophies. You can collect relics by smashing crates, and in some of the races, collect CTR letters and win tokens. And basically, as you collect all those, you eventually get to fight the boss and beat him. And unlock new areas. So as you progress, you're unlocking items to allow you to move on from one hub to the next until you face Oxide.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you just get the satisfying layer of progression, and whether you want to stick with a single character in classic mode, or jump between different characters in Nitro-Fuelled. And then for this footage, I know that you guys came prepared with some pre-recorded footage here, so we'll be able to kind of focus on talking through the different race types, and maybe we'll get a peek at a boss race. That would be great.
Maybe we will.
Yeah. So sticking with Crash here to keep it classic.
Yes. But as you can see, you have the other characters wearing or actually driving different carts that are available in the content that you have unlocked. So if you wanted, with the Nitro-Fuelled edition, you could switch and drive with wheels or carts that you've unlocked if you wanted.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. I would have just gone right off the edge.
Kerplunk.
Yeah, so here we're looking at a typical race. This is Crash Cove, and it was really important for us to sort of bring it with full HD fidelity, but really stick to the winning formula of the original controls.
Right.
So as you can see, you can drift around corners. You can power slide and bring and boost for up to 3 times as you're racing. So as you can see at the bottom right, we actually played with the HUD elements, because we have the original HUDs for those who prefer the classic version, but this is a Nitro-Fuelled HUD that provides a little more instruction on how to use the drifting mechanic the right way.
Some additional feedback.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and a little bit of that black smoke coming out of the exhaust.
Exactly. So now when you're filling it up, the bar will start glowing, and then we have these little black bars that indicate the perfect timing to do that.
Nice.
So when you hit it right, you get the most out of the boost you're triggering. And so this is where we try to provide as much feedback as possible so people can understand and master this technique, because that was quite unique to Crash Team Racing back in the days. And it takes some practice to get it right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of complexity to it, but being able to have that sort of sense of satisfaction of getting better and better at pulling off the boost is really great. Yep. Also, I mean, Crash Team Racing was no slouch when it originally launched in 1999, but just the amount of detail and how lush each setting is incredible.
And even just then, when you pass the finish line, the monkeys that are just jumping and congratulating
they
you.
respond to it. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to add a lot of life to the world, to each of the maps, and starting with the end, the victory lap camera right there, where you see Crash sort of winking at the camera, because as much as it is a racing game, it's all about character. There was really this notion of putting the characters forward and the way they race, when they win, when they lose, when they jump with their cart. Now we can have them coming out of the cart, raising a foot or a leg or doing something funny as you're jumping. So there's a lot of attention that's been brought to the animations, specifically here when you celebrate and you have a victory. So
Love
now with so we have different camera angles. We also have unique animations for some of the skins you can collect for the characters.
Yeah.
So when you have a full costume change, you'll have a unique animation for each of the characters when they celebrate.
I was going to say, it makes you definitely want to play it with all of the characters just to see what is that animation going to be.
Yep.
And then, presumably playing online, you'd be able to show off a cool animation as you, lap your friends and rub their face in it, basically.
Of course, who doesn't want to brag, right?
Yeah.
So now we switch to Coco. Here's Ripperoo right there. So brand new cinematic.
This is going to end well, right? Like, oh, no, there he goes.
Love it.
Oh, he races with his feet.
Yep.
That's great. Of course. So this is one of the boss races that we were talking about before.
Yes.
Okay.
We got
So
Coco in the
fast
driver's
forward,
seat.
so we've collected enough trophies. Now we get to fight him. And like I was saying before, it's like for every challenge you compete, you always get a new reward. So that's different from the original adventure mode, which didn't have rewards until the end, where you would complete the gem cups and unlock characters. Now we have something all the time, whether it's a sticker, a decal, a set of wheels, a body, so you can customize your experience as you're unlocking items.
Yeah, keep some breadcrumbs along the trail. And
Yes.
what I love about this too is like you get to know Ripper through the animation, the intro cinematic, and then like you probably grow to hate him a little bit when you're racing against it, but then you unlock him, so you feel this extra connection. And if you're playing Nitro-Fuelled, like that adventure mode, then you could just switch over to him and play with him right away if you want.
Exactly. So in the original game, you couldn't play as Ripperoo until the end of the adventure mode. Here we've made a slight change, so when you beat the boss, you'll get to unlock him, which we thought was making sense, which we thought was more rewarding in the way the progression system was working. Now we're in Ripperoo's levels, so Ruse Tubes, and this is a boss fight, and it's a totally unfair race.
I
mean,
was about to say.
He's just like dropping TNT crates like they're free, and
Exactly. So he's got unlimited supplies of TNT crates, and every boss will throw something different at you, whether it's beakers or boxes. Oxide throws everything. And so here what you need to do is win, although it's an unfair race. So you got to make sure that you stay in the front. Otherwise, you need to dodge all those boxes and complete the, and pass first at the finish line.
so I want to dish out enough damage so he can't get ahead of you and drop those crates,
Yep.
and then eventually secure first place, because that's what it's all about, obviously. So
Exactly. So you need to make smart use of the power-ups you collect, missiles or bombs or everything, and it can take a few shots.
Yeah, you definitely want to hop around a little bit.
Definitely
when you
not
have
an easy
those-
race.
Yeah,
yeah, the TNT crates, like you were saying, Kristen,
you can
like,
hop and get them off. Yeah.
like 5 or 6 hops, and you can shake it off, which seems pivotal for this
Yes.
race. Yeah.
And Ripperoo, talking about like the way we decided to set dress the environments, we definitely wanted to push like the underground aquatic quality. So we've added a lot of fish and
like the
whales,
mines.
and the mines are floating. A lot of plants, underwater plants, and now we won.
Yeah.
So that's a
awesome.
good thing. And now we'll have a brand new cinematic as well, a little bit different from the original game.
Nice.
Because the ultimate goal is to take on Oxide, right?
Yes.
So that's the final objective. So you got to take out these guys on the way. Coco's just like, what's going on
Just
here?
like, woof.
Yeah. Looks like you had the key all along. So these are the things that we wanted to do a little bit differently. Present the bosses in a context that would just like set their personality. The original one was a great game, but it was just like kind of a static image of the character in its cart. Now we have this opportunity to really push the cinematic qualities. And here, something different in the way we present the adventure mode. Now we have a key opening up the door. You understand that you've just opened up a new area.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah, and more places to explore and
Yes.
races to take on and bosses to battle. Excellent.
And then,
Yeah.
like I was saying, now we've unlocked Ripperoo, but not only Ripperoo, we've also unlocked his color scheme because he was driving an orange cart.
Right.
And then we will also unlock Ripperoo sticker, which you can put on your cart if you like Ripperoo a lot.
Well, how could you
How
not?
could you not?
could
Look
you
at
not?
that face.
a face, a mother could love, but also I love it too. So Okay. Oh, there's the paint job. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to unlock. So every time, and then you can go right to the customization menu
Go ahead,
if you
slap it
really
right on
wanted
there
to
if you
just
want.
like start racing with Ripperoo right away. And now it opened up all kinds of challenges. Now we're going through Gemstone Valley.
Okay.
And things that we've done. It was called Gemstone Valley, so why not add gems?
Yeah.
That we're kind of missing.
Yeah.
We've also
Spruce it
changed the
up a bit.
podiums, so we made them unique looking for every hub that exists.
Oh, wow.
And we've also added Oxide's spaceship.
Oh,
with
he's got
his
more of a presence
hologram.
there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so
Looking
you
at you, madly, just like Oxide does all the time.
Wow, look at this. Okay.
Oh yeah, now we're in Citadel City. So just like in the original game, you have like everything you can collect. The trophies, the relics, the tokens, because we have challenges. So you can consult everything that you've unlocked, see how well you did. If you completed the game at 100%, because there are rewards attached to that. We can unlock Oxide
I know
by beating him.
the completionists out there will be
Yep.
very happy to see the menus and get everything collected there.
Yeah, and now we're in Citadel City. But as you can see, now Coco's wearing a different outfit.
Oh, it's a
Gonna say,
different.
her hair is
So
different.
that's something you can unlock. So the more you race with the character, the more races you complete and you win, you can unlock exotic versions of these characters as well.
I love those stained glass windows. This
Yeah.
place looks great.
Ooh.
Yeah, now she's talking about customization. She's wearing a different outfit, but now she's driving Team Cortex's cart. Now we're in Lost Ruins, and we're gonna racing through again one of the hubs you can unlock. And we're going to take you through some of the additional challenges that you can try out. So now we're adding like floating monkeys
Yeah.
in the fire.
Of course.
Why? Don't ask me.
What area
it
would be
was just
complete without them?
yeah. So now you can either do a CTR challenge or a relic race, and we'll explain what that is.
Get the lowest time you can by racing fast and breaking time crates.
All right.
Each time crate you break will freeze the clock.
Okay,
If
so
achieve a
you want to get as many of
lower
those so that you
time,
can
you'll be
complete it in
awarded
time.
Yep. And so these challenges become available once you've collected all the trophies.
Got it.
And of course, we attach a reward with that item. So players are constantly rewarded when they complete the challenges. So in this case, it's, you smash through crates in order to freeze time. And of course, there's a time attached to that you need to reach. And so it's a little bit different. Here, we're presenting Coco Park.
I love this.
It looks great.
Yeah, one thing I want is I really challenge a team. I said, you know what, this is going to be a flower festival, right?
Yeah.
And I challenge a team to put as many flowers as they could before the frame rate dropped. And of course, it's a racing game, so the frame rate needs to be great. But the whole idea was that we really wanted to have like petals on the ground, covering the floors and flowers falling.
And it's running buttery smooth, so
Yes.
yeah, it looks amazing. And Coco, she seems like a really, I feel like, humble bandicoot, but then you see this beautiful statue here, and maybe she's quietly, got
Listen.
a little bit more pride than I thought.
I want one of those.
Well, look, it's called Coco Park, right? So when we were looking at the names of the tracks, the idea was like, what can we do to embrace the character for this particular level?
Right.
And so that's why we've added all these statues of Coco. Of course, it's a flower festival, but it's also all about Coco.
It's a Coco
We did
festival.
the same thing. Yeah, we did the same thing for Crash Cove, where we sculpted out faces of Crash in the wall and the cliff sides. So here a little bit, we did the same thing. Adding a lot of flowers. We have like sprinklers that create this magical rainbow.
Butterflies flying
This
around.
massive rainbow.
Yeah, and just all the water, needed to irrigate said flowers.
Yes.
So they're taking good care of it. That's great.
So as you can see, like these boxes are difficult to get.
Yeah.
So some of the boxes, depending on where they're placed, will definitely challenge a player's skills. If you want to hit all the boxes, you need to master all the techniques that there are. Hopping, power sliding, and jumping at the same time. Finding also the shortcuts, because boxes will be placed in different shortcuts. So sometimes you need to plan ahead for every lap you'll go through.
Yeah,
not going the same places twice.
Are they numbered by difficulty of how to get them?
No, actually, they're numbered by the time you stop the clock.
Got it.
So 1 is 1 second, 2 is 2 seconds, 3 is 3 seconds. But obviously,
Because they're the
3
juicier
seconds
ones, they're gonna
will
be in the harder places.
harder to find.
And is getting all of the boxes, is that sort of an additional objective that you could
it basically helps getting to lower your score. So as you can see, we haven't hit all the boxes, but we still managed to get a perfect timing.
Nice.
That being said, that's a sapphire relic, but you also can collect a gold relic and a platinum relic.
All right, so that was an incredible look at Adventure Mode in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fuelled. The game's out on June 21st?
Yes.
That's awesome. So not too much longer to wait until you want to go and take on nitrous oxide and unlock all the good cart customization options. Thomas, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of PlayStation Underground.
My pleasure.